right. That is right in the mic.
Nice. Did that go on?
I'm so happy that the first thing that they hear is a Coke Zero and me chewing. Ladies and gentlemen, motherfucking boys of all ages, welcome to episode 90. 90. Do you understand the level of fucking professionalism I have on this fucking show? Do you understand? You can support this podcast, by the way, at patreon.com/conservatish for $1 a month, $5 a month, $20 a month for the good girls. 30. You can find me on Instagram at Peter_Feliciano. And reading many inspirational books, going to health farms and sanitariums. No, what else? You can find me on Facebook. Yeah, Peter_Feliciano. Oh, and the biggest thing, August 17th, Brick and Mortar Music Hall is my album release party. I've been working on this fucking album for 5+ years. I know the length keeps getting longer. Spent thousands of other people's money and thousands of my own dollars. And it's going to be fucking huge. Pollo Del Mar, the San Francisco drag queen, is going to MC. DJ Kevy Kev is going to DJ. It's going to be a fucking party, and you need to be there because it's also a going-away party. Ladies and gentlemen, our esteemed guest today was on episode 5. Wasn't it episode 5?
Sounds about right.
Peter from Carlsbad. Yay!
I like how you said professional-assum a couple of moments ago. You meant to say professionalism, but I think you said professional-assum.
I think that's a new word.
That sounds great.
You know who's very happy that you're listening or that you're on the show right now? A couple of things. Number one, ladies and gentlemen, I just have to start by saying I know the last few episodes were very political. I'm sorry. But, listen, I didn't set it up that way on purpose, okay? Sometimes there's just times where I had, back in the 70s, I think, in the 70s episodes, I had 5 musicians in a row, okay? Suck it up. Sometimes you get 3 or 4 political ones in a row. It's going to happen, okay? I'm the best fucking podcaster in the world. This is the best you get, okay? So fucking suck it up.
I had to press pause because you offended me with your...
Wait 3 days, you fucking cock. There's a new episode every Monday and Thursday. Oh, I don't like this one. Still subscribe right now or I'll fucking beat your ass. I've been awake for a long time. I've driven since San Francisco. I'm in San Diego right now. I'm very tired. And this, obviously, Peter's from Carlsbad. For those people who don't know, Carlsbad is very close to here, isn't it?
Yeah, 40 minutes north. Were
close.
You telling me something's exciting or someone's exciting?
Oh. You know who. Because you talked to me after you heard her episode.
Oh, that tickles me.
You know who I'm talking about.
I'm tickled.
You know who I'm talking about.
I don't want to say it in case I'm wrong.
Do it. You're confident. Be a cocksman, grab your balls, and say who it is.
But it rhymes with I was going to say hood girl.
Yes. The good girl. The good girl is listening right now, just like a good fucking girl. And she mentioned you specifically.
That's wonderful.
That she enjoyed you.
That's wonderful.
This isn't news to you.
I
was texting you or calling, or we were on the phone, and you were like, "I think the good girl likes me." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, bro."
I just want her to know that the fantasy of me is way better than the reality. Just close your eyes and just look at the picture of what
Matthew you look like, and I love no. You know who you look like? You kind of look like this is way too
Mr. Bean.
Or but I was gonna say a couple of years before you look like the teacher from Clueless. A couple of years before then.
I'll take that because
you know who I'm talking about.
Offensive, yes. It's not offensive.
You fool! You fell victim to one of the classic blunders from Princess Bride. That's the guy you look like.
Oh God! And you thought I was going to put it in front of me. Right. I put it in front of you.
I should not have a swivel chair.
That is
because of how it's my blackness that makes me clap and go far away.
You're more black than Elizabeth Warren, I think.
Oh yes, for sure.
Sorry, not to get political. I have a list of things, and I'm not as funny as I thought.
We only have an hour.
I know.
This hotel room is going to kick us out. I just wrote because I'm a loud piece of shit.
We should be quiet.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is I'm not as funny as I thought I was because I'm looking over my little Pete Feliciano list.
You made a list?
So I'm listening to Joe Rogan the other day. And he was talking about how his first advertiser was the fleshlight.
Right. I remember that.
And I will proudly announce I've never banged a fleshlight.
Neither have I.
No, wait.
Have I?
My rule is
A deviant like me.
I don't want a thing I have to clean. I don't want to like have to deal with it after. Like
Right.
I'm not philosophically opposed to banging an inanimate object.
All right.
It's the after party.
Here's what I think for me. Because for me, which one am I plugged into? I think number 2.
I don't know. I don't
For
see
me, I'm
nothing
happy
wrong.
to clean up afterwards the next morning.
You just leave it there? You just leave it out?
No,
You
I'm
just
agreeing
leave
with
it-
you. I'm saying I wouldn't fuck a fleshlight only because then I would have to clean it up right the fuck away. And after I come twice, sup, bitch,
58 times.
right, then I need to pass the fuck out because I'm really just using it as maintenance at this point. You know what I mean? It's just like
Right.
and go to bed.
Right.
You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
wanna,
Just wipe it off.
I'm not going to
and
put
go
it
to
in
bed.
the dishwasher.
No,
or something.
I'm not gonna get up and like scrub in front of the sink. That's just not my life.
I just love that I've never done that. I've never.
But was it? But it's not. See, you were saying before. You were saying that you don't feel like you're a sexual deviant, but an emotional deviant.
I didn't quite fully develop that in my brain. I just meant to say that I'm not. I don't act out physically. Like I can't hang.
Like me.
I can't. Yeah,
You're not
like
the-
you
you're
do.
not the-
like you. I'm not a like a degenerate like hooker.
Just because I stole some panties a couple of times doesn't mean.
I feel like you would bang like you're an equal opportunity dick. You.
Coxman.
I
am.
Coxman implies like a skill or like a like a.
You know what? You fell for one of the classic blunders. You're gonna spill soup on yourself in front of Alicia Silverstone. Anyway, it doesn't matter. God damn it, the joke bombed. What was I saying? I was saying something about no, there are people who have started listening to my podcast because of the last 3 episodes that were very political, who are now going to be a little turned off because we're talking about fleshlights.
Well, I just wanted to. Open,
I'm not saying it's bad.
I just wanted to
like
open
it
with that
because there have been. I mean, even though I love, so as an example, the episode which you haven't heard yet, the Black Trump supporter, great episode. You should listen to it. I didn't cuss once. And it was intentional. Like I was like, you know what? This is kind of a nice. Let's make this more palatable to the wider audience.
I just want to listen to different voices. I'm tired of hearing the same like echo chamber voice.
Right.
I mean, in my opinion, the fruit is very low. You're familiar with the expression that
You're saying I'm low-hanging fruit.
No, what I mean is that if you're far on the left or if you're far on the right, it is so easy to pick things. Because let me develop this for just a second.
Do it.
It's so.
Was it on your list?
It was. It's so easy to like call Trump a misogynist or to like say that Kamala Harris wants to give money to black people for reparations or whatever it is. It's so easy to just say one of those like bullet points off of the talking
Sound
points.
bites.
Yeah, but meanwhile, there's a whole bunch of work that we need to do and that we could talk about.
There's more important fish to fry.
Yeah, so Trump never actually said that he goes out and grabs women by the pussy. If you listen,
fucking losers.
if you listen to the tape, and I'm not a Trump supporter, I think he's a fucking dirtbag.
See what's happening right now? Nuances, flowering.
Yes.
You're getting angry. It's because you're wrong.
People are getting angry at that simple, what I consider to be fact. Listen to the words. He says you could grab them. You could grab them by
He
the
said
pussy.
they let you.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
They let
And by
you.
the way, I bet you a bunch of girls do let
Right.
a hot guy grab them by the because
Well, I don't grab 'em, but,
dude.
kinda.
When I was drunk in Tahoe in Incline Village a couple of Decembers ago,
Right.
This girl pulled out my dick in the bar.
bless
I don't
her
know
heart.
her last name. I think her name was Molly.
There's probably Molly.
It was something with
Molly is a good girl's name. Molly is a fucking or star
she
with 2
pulled
R's.
my dick out in the bar.
God bless her
In
heart.
front of other people.
What a good
So
girl.
like, am I
Did she
like,
do anything else with it?
there's a
Inquiring
whole,
minds,
there's a
not
whole
one.
story there, but we don't have a ton of time. The point is that if you're drunk, if there's a sexual attraction, there's a lot of pussy grabbing and dick grabbing that goes on.
There's
Like,
moves made. There's moves made. And if you have power, if you have fame, and if you have money, women and men are much more women are more attracted to that, and so they will like, they're more kind of overcome by the moment, overcome by the attraction, overcome by the fact that other people are attracted to you or following you around. There's a structure and a security that comes from seeing you. They're like, like, so obviously he was going over the top for fucking humor.
Right.
And in that moment was just trying to make Billy fucking Bush laugh and his camera crew. It wasn't a really, I grabbed them by the pussy. So any woman who's listening right now, hate Trump, feel free. Peter does.
Colossal
just understand that principle needs to become, as I say on the fucking show all the time, because I'm the fucking best. Principle needs to come before the personality, like you and I live.
I love it.
Principle needs to come before the personality. If you have a principle like context, nuance, if you don't want to get someone in trouble for their words who's on your side, if that principle does not come before the personality, you don't actually believe in the fucking principle. You're a principleless douchebag. Understand the fucking words first. Just like I was hearing a story. I was listening to Milo's book, Dangerous. It's very good. Don't listen to it too long because it's kind of like Rage Against the Machine. I can only handle like 4 or 5 songs, and then I'm like punching motherfuckers in the street. You know what I mean? Like I just a little bit of Milo. Right. Bulls on parade.
They rally around my family.
Interested in you. Interested in you.
Shells.
Anyway. But
They
the same
rally
thing.
around the family.
So I did. If you want to find that on YouTube, you can. I did a cover of that with the Gemstone Band and Jenna Medina, who's coming on the show soon. I'm very good. Anyway, I was listening to it, and Milo talked about a university professor who said some foul shit on Twitter and then got held up against a hate speech, like was investigated for hate speech. Now, this person said things that Milo was vehemently against, vehemently opposed to this person's politics, yet was still defending her. That nobody should be held in front of a fucking hate speech tribunal. Again, the principle is more important than the personality. Because if I want to get somebody on a fucking technicality, guess what? They're going to come after me next.
Absolutely.
Unless the principle is more important than the personality.
Absolutely. It's a mob. It's a mob mentality, and the echo chamber is so dangerous to me. There's no discourse. I've essentially opted out of social media because I'm an acquired taste.
Yes, you are.
I'm kind of weird. I'm kind of eccentric. I cuss a lot. I'm gesticular. I'm offensive. I'm kind of like cigarette
Italian?
smoke. No, I don't know what this is. I have like a wit that's
because they have a.
It's not that bad.
Oh, okay.
But what I just think that there's so much easy low hanging fruit on the left and the right, that you don't have to go onto the ground and pick up the rotting fruit. Get the low hanging fruit and make your point. Don't go and twist words around. Trump's gonna bury himself. He's a colossal douchebag. He lies about just look. He documented lies all the time. Biden just got caught in a lie by Kamala Harris the other day about the busing.
fucking Harris lied about fucking busing.
Okay,
she fucking lied about that.
Hold on and pause that for 1 second.
Okay.
Because for sure Biden was misrepresenting his position about busing. It doesn't matter. The point to me that I'm trying to make is make your point based on the facts and the substance. Don't lie to me like I'm some kind of child who's just gonna like, oh, they said I have to vote for Kamala Harris, so now I have to vote for. Like, where's your brain? Stop and think. I mean,
that's one of the things I said on this episode you haven't heard because you're a bad fan.
That's right.
Is this episode with Lindsay Grathwall that I posted a few days ago, episode 88. And it is, she's a free speech activist, and she and I talked about one of the things I believe sincerely, and it's not working out in some ways because sometimes even friends or people who did start listening to the show think I'm a little much, and I am, I get it, but I'm an acquired taste too, and I'll find my audience eventually.
Don't ever
Patreon.com/conservatish. You fucking cunts.
Don't ever let anybody put your fire out, dude.
No, I never would. I never would.
Up there, stupid.
But it would be so nice if I was a pop star. Like, it'd be so nice to just
Would it?
Okay, I'll rephrase that. It would be nice if I had that drive. You know what I mean? Not be a pop star. It would be nice if, like Patrice used to talk about how when he was like, you know, if you offered me $5 million to suck a dick, I would start crying because I realize I'm not gonna suck it, and I'm stupid for not sucking it. You know what I mean? You're giving me $5 million
I'd probably
to
do it.
suck the proverbial dick,
I'd probably
and
do
he's like, "Why am I having
But
principles?
not like you
principles
were
is
talking
bullshit,
about before.
right?"
A regular blowjob, not that crazy bullshit on the internet.
What do you mean the crazy bullshit? on the internet?
You know what I mean.
I would never. I've never even seen pornography.
By the way, okay, pornography is video and audio and pictorial representation of sexual activity between consenting adults.
Tisk, not always.
Sometimes inanimate objects. So
Rape porn is great.
Here's my segue.
I mean, it's fake.
Here's my segue.
Yes.
Wow, rape porn is great. I think I heard a doorbell. I think I have to
love rape porn.
I think I have to go.
Welcome to Conservatish, by the way.
If you've ever typed the word poop or shit into a porn search engine,
oh God,
they need to come and get you. Someone needs to just come and get you. They need to come and take you away.
Wait. Okay, calm down.
There's
Calm
no
down now.
sexual connotation.
All right, hang on now. Hang on. I'm
Maybe
gonna
for pee,
I'm
but
gonna
if you
defend
type poop into
Okay. All right. So
YouPorn.
let's pull it apart now. Let's pull apart the poop porn. What the reason? I like this episode so far.
Fleshlight.
Because sometimes it's just like I flex on the free speech angle doing the Trump stuff, and then we go right back to pee porn. Now, question: why is the pee porn? What do you think? Have you watched pee porn before? I have, for sure.
I have not, although my buddy Brandon did tell me about how he once peed on his girlfriend in the shower.
Sure.
She thought it was the shower water until she turned around.
That's funny.
That's funny.
That's just funny.
If you shit on your girlfriend,
that's
call the police.
Well, no. Okay, I have to stop you now. If it's two consenting adults, it's disgusting to me. But if it's two consenting adults,
That's not a thing. What if you and I, as consenting adults, what if we like to kill Mexican day workers because it's our sexual fetish?
What do you mean? What if?
Be a line.
But no, but that's you're entering a third person. Poop doesn't have a feeling. Poop is an inanimate object. I mean, it feels something in there. But okay, here's when it's urine. It is more palatable because there's less smell. Literally, quite literally.
Again,
but
a phrase never uttered by any human being ever. If it is urine, it is more palatable.
But listen, it's more palatable this principle-wise, and here's why. Here's why I think, in my personal opinion, so like as an example, I'm with the school of thought, Patrice O'Neill, of course, and I'll like on every fucking episode, but he talked about why 2 girls 1 cup is hot. Now,
Never saw it. I think it's pudding. That's why it's hot.
No, it was coming out of their ass.
Yeah, but they put it up there.
No, they did not.
They couldn't.
I
didn't
it's
see
not
it.
pudding.
I never saw
it.
it.
It has the crumble. It has the cornflakes. You know what I mean? Like it's.
I never
that's
saw it.
texture. Anyway, that's work. Now, here's why it's kind of hot. Because a woman would be that disgusting to do it. That a woman. That's why, in my personal opinion, female teachers fucking a student. No, I know it's illegal, but that a woman would be that fucked up is hot. I mean, that's just something about it for me.
Why is that?
Something
Why
about
is it that
like,
fucked up if a 29-year-old wants to bang like a hot 17-year-old boy in her classroom?
Okay, well, what about 14?
Okay, it's 20.
I know it's wrong. It's illegal. She should go to jail. But I'm just
2019.
saying. I'm just explaining why it's hot. That's all. So
Segue.
poop porn, even though it's disgusting, God bless you. If a good girl is that good. Here, I salute you, baby girl. Like, if you're that hot that you fuck shit on a paper plate for your man, good girl.
Well, but I mean, you could also cut your like body open, and now
there are women who do that too.
Well, but let's say you cut it to where you need an ambulance, and that's your thing. Your thing is cutting it till you need an ambulance.
Sure.
That's not hot.
But
that amount of blood is dangerous. It's
okay,
not,
but we're talking about two different things now. We're talking about two different things.
We're talking about things that are clearly in the sexual realm.
Sure.
Like 2, 3, 4 people, penises, mouths, butts, vaginas, breasts.
Okay, but poop comes out of butts.
Well, yeah, but it's not. We don't go into the liver and get like undigested like
Yet.
we don't go into the brain and take out brain matter. So I want to segue if I could, because we're talking about poo and pee, to R. Kelly, because he came up recently in my brain and he's on my list.
Of course.
I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Okay.
Right.
In hindsight,
yeah.
what do you think of that lyric? I don't see nothing wrong with a little. Okay, I'm talking about the remix. I'm talking about the remix, by the way.
What do you mean? What
The remix of Bump and Grind.
I've never heard a remix of Bump and Grind.
Hold on. There's two.
You are more black than me. I've never heard that fucking song in my life.
There's the really slow version. There's like the really slow, like.
There's only one fucking version.
No, there's no. No, that's the regular version. There's a slower version, which is the better version. But regardless, the point is, we should have. I do see something wrong.
Okay, but in context, listen.
No, hold on, because here's what we missed. We took his word for it.
Sit like this.
We took his word for it.
Right.
I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Turns out, just show me some ID before I get knee deep. Okay, you didn't check ID, or
you wouldn't be. He didn't.
You didn't check ID.
But what he was singing about. Okay, but like Michael Jackson saying "Pretty Young Thing," that could have meant something different.
Okay, but
in the context,
here's this is my point.
Hindsight 2020. I understand that
this was like the late '90s or the early 2000s.
Right.
What he was saying that he doesn't see anything wrong. In hindsight, we should have. And he was doing some scandalous shit. So my question is, what have we missed? What else in society is hiding in plain sight? Like when you see an actor who's into like.
Well, someone could make the argument about Trump saying, grab him by the pussy, which is not, I don't agree with that, but someone could. Also, Lars von Trier movies. You know Lars von Trier?
I don't.
He did Antichrist. He did House that Jack Built, which I still haven't seen. I'm waiting to see the unrated version. But like he goes to the far-reaching depths of fucked up sex or fucked up murder and fucked up crazy shit.
That's a little more obvious. I feel like that connection is a little more obvious.
But we shouldn't take away his fucking. You know what I'm saying?
What about something a little more? I don't know what I'm trying to congeal here. A little more mainstream. A little,
Mark Ruffalo likes to get angry.
No, but something that we should have been paying attention to. Like,
okay.
I can't think of another example right now. I mean, the classic politician who rallies against gay rights. But then he has like a gay. You know what I mean? It's
that makes sense.
How many other people are literally doing the thing that they're? Because it's almost like we should look into them a little bit more because they're kind of it's a tell.
Yeah, but we can't do like a Minority Report type of thing where we try to figure out people.
No, we're not going to do this officially. Officially. It's just more like who's
in
next?
Our gut.
Who's next on the death pool? Kevin Spacey, gone. R. Kelly, gone. Like who's next on the death pool? Like,
I think we talked about Kevin Spacey because that was about not long after he went. I think. Because this was you were on the show like 5 episodes in.
Did you? I hate to like. I would never blame a victim. But is he the one where the phone was like missing? Like the kid's phone was like missing, and they wouldn't produce the phone to the cops.
What?
So it's like I think one of the Kevin Spacey, the young male accuser, his phone couldn't be produced to the cops. It's like, dude, if you're gonna play that game, you better cooperate with the cops. You better give them your phone. You don't break it.
That was also Dum Dum Jesse Smollett. He also was like, no, I don't want to show you my phone records.
That guy was
what a douche. But no. But you don't understand, Peter. He's black. He's above any reproach at all.
I feel like
you're not allowed to check any black people because you're white.
As a Caucasian, I feel like
fuck you, cocksucker. Fuck you, social justice fucking warriors.
Listen to how
die, you cocksucker.
Dude, listen to how brainwashed I am,
you,
Peter.
As a child of God. Yes.
Listen to how brainwashed I am. I have to listen to a black person to talk about black people.
Black.
No. The guy on Adam Carolla.
Or at least I say nigger.
Elder?
Larry Elder.
Larry Elder.
I love Larry Elder.
I have
He's
to
my
listen
heart. Dude,
to a black piece of shit talk about black issues.
Thomas Sowell.
Because if you hear a white man talk about black issues, he's racist.
Right. And that's not okay.
He's got white privilege.
It's not okay.
I mean, I am what I am. I was born what I was born with. My parents are still married. Sorry.
Right.
Like, should I go like make them get divorced?
Right. That's what Milo was. He put it perfectly. He said that the identity politics problem is that it imbues people with original sin. You were born this way. And there's nothing. And why should anyone feel guilty for the way they were fucking born? That's obscene. To make people feel guilty for it, or no, no, I've left that a long time ago. The way they were born, or for something that's an inchangeable characteristic. Now, obviously, 30, 40, 50 years ago, yeah, there was much more of a problem. But it's 2019. Why are we still obsessed with posting memes about how gay is okay, gay is okay? Yeah, everybody knows that already. There's like five fucking people left in the world who are not okay with gay people. Fucking five of them.
Not that long ago, we didn't know. In the 90s,
okay, so it's been a couple fucking. Okay, but it's not.
2000s.
It's been.
Well, but that was me
a long fucking time. And even when
LA.
the Christians were against, because fucking dum Obama was against fucking gay marriage up until 16,
right,
14.
So it might be a minute. I think we got way off track. Years ago, it was offensive. Don't say that person. Don't say that shirt is gay.
Right.
Don't call that person a fag.
Right.
That's offensive.
Right.
I think back then
those guys are just being fags, though.
Well, I mean, I only laugh at you because you get away with that for some reason. But I don't refer to like a shirt as gay or like a car as gay.
In the
I don't
context.
do that anymore.
If I'm trying to make my friend laugh, no holds barred.
Well, okay,
if I'm
that's
at my
different.
grandma's house, that's different.
Right.
I'm not going to fucking haul off just because I have freedom of speech.
In the 80s and
context
90s,
makes sense.
you could say that stuff at grandma's house, and I would argue you can't do that anymore.
No.
So somewhere we got off track because now you have to go so much further than that as far as what you can and can't say, and the party line that you have to toe. And
And the reason why I fight so hard against that pendulum swinging is because there are people in the wake of it. There are motherfuckers who have their lives, their career, their marriages, their college education ruined because we're swinging so far on the Me Too as an example. Oh, college rape. Okay. So literally, by the way, the statistic was back in between 1990 and now, rape has decreased 75%.
Wow.
75%.
Wow.
Even if that's bullshit, if it's 50%, you're still going to say 1 in 4 are raped? Go fuck yourself.
I think I heard more than that.
And now we're swinging so far that now, I had an awkward date with a man.
Yeah.
And so now let's ruin his whole fucking life.
And meanwhile, what if you actually got raped? What if you're the jogger who got pulled off the jogging trail and you actually got raped?
Right.
And now you and the Aziz Ansari girl are in the same boat.
Cunt. I hope that bitch is fucking. I hope she never. I was just thinking about that today. Poor little Louis C.K.
He is fucking hilarious.
He did some inappropriate things, but I don't know anyone who hasn't. I know women who have done some wildly inappropriate things, but just because. Don't get me wrong. All right, let me backtrack. He's done some wildly inappropriate things.
What I don't
to me, it
understand
wasn't
is
that bad.
why
but
is
let's
that
just
hot,
call it
though?
for the sake of the argument. Louis C.K. did some inappropriate things. Now his whole fucking life is they don't even want him. It's been a fucking year and a half, and they still don't want him to be on stage.
Dude, I went to the Forum like 3 years ago and saw him in L.A. and that place was full and it was cracking up. And by the way, no one had their phone out because they have a little rule at Louis C.K. shows with no phone. Right. He'll be back.
Yeah, he will be.
This is not sustainable. Everyone's like holding their breath.
Right.
Like, oh, don't breathe. Daddy might hear.
Right. And so that's why I'm sticking out, because I like pissing in fucking people's mouths. You're going to take this you're not going to go all the way and kill these fucking poor kids. You're not going to go this far and let's just fucking get together. We're all in the center. Shut the fuck up. Don't shut the fuck up all the way, but shut the fuck up about telling other people to shut the fuck up. To get to everything's okay. It's all right. Shut the fuck up. We're doing okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
Connect, you stupid piece of shit.
You haven't been traumatized because I suggested that Trump doesn't grab women by the pussy as a rape mechanism.
Right. But that's what I love about my podcast is that that's the goal, and I think I'm doing an all right goddamn job. But the problem is that I am abrasive, and I am a little too much for some people, and that sucks. I mean, there are people who
Peter,
love me so much.
Fuck those people. I don't know any of them specifically, but fuck them if they can't have a discourse. If you get offended because of an idea, like there's actually offensive things going on in the world. There's offensive people,
Often,
regimes,
by the way,
things.
let's be
governments.
real. You know what's actually offensive?
Offensive.
A
Killing
Muslim
people.
woman getting stoned to death because she cheated on her husband. That's actually offensive. Not a rape joke. Not a fucking race joke. Not a Me Too joke. Not a fucking gender joke.
Can women drive in Saudi Arabia? I feel
they
like
just started.
like
They
the
just
other
started, like,
day.
I think like a year ago, almost a year.
Yeah,
but
it's
even
like
then,
not even. It's such a joke. It's so.
Right.
It's like we like Adam Carolla says, we ran out of problems, so now we have to like manufacture
Things
them.
are
'Cause
so good.
Our
Right.
brains are kind of like, yeah, we have no problems anymore. So our brains are still operating on the old wiring.
Right.
The old biological wiring
Right.
where we did have problems.
Right.
But you and me, we don't have problems in the stoning way or the women can't drive way or the, oh my God, I see the skin on your arm. You know, time to like behead you and your family.
Right. Or leprosy. That's not existing anymore. Isn't that great?
Can
no
I make
more leprosy?
I think there is.
There's like 5 of
Can I
them.
make a bold claim?
Sure.
I think
I like that you have a you brought a list last time too.
I did.
I think you did.
wh-
For those of you who haven't listened to episode 5,
I'm
you're
a,
from Carlsbad. Go look it up.
I'm a list guy. I had a
miss
really
John
rough
Mouse, by the way.
time.
I'm
I
sorry,
love John
continue.
Mouse. We'll talk about him in a second.
Okay.
Even though I have no updates since last time about him in particular.
Go ahead.
I had a meltdown after Trump won the election.
Really?
I had a meltdown. I alienated friends and family. I think I told my mom to fuck off. If I didn't, I basically did. I told everyone to fuck off online.
Why?
Because I expected Hillary to win, and because I
You didn't get your way.
well, and because I would argue that Donald Trump's not a good man. He's not an estimable man.
Okay,
He's
all
not
right.
a good president.
Okay.
He's not presidential.
Okay.
He didn't want the job, and as per Howard Stern, and he shouldn't be president.
Okay.
That's why. I'm not necessarily saying Hillary would have been amazing. It was a rough sell for somebody. You know, what about women's rights? What about Mexicans? They're not all rapists. By the way, he didn't say all Mexicans are rapists. He said,
I love Peter from Carlsbad.
He said, because I'm in the fucking middle because I use my brain.
Yes.
He said,
you fucking cocksuckers die. If you don't like my podcast, you're a piece of shit.
I don't. Who is that upset at you? Are there real people who are this upset at
the
you?
thing. This might be also
He
because
didn't call all Mexicans rapists.
there might be also a problem because
So
doing
stop
this now-
saying they're all rapists. Stop saying he said they were racist.
No, he didn't.
That's the
He
low-hanging
didn't.
fruit I was talking about.
Right.
It
Because it devalidates actual racism.
Dude, and Trump is a shithead, and you can find ample opportunity of that. Don't put words in his mouth.
But
He's
I do
good
have
enough
to go
at
back.
putting them there for you.
Absolutely. I have to go back a teensy bit because I voted for Bernie. I voted for Hillary. Okay, because
Yes.
I was begrudgingly.
As did I.
I didn't want to have Trump. But then I started. See, here's the thing for me, and I've talked about this a lot on the show, but I'm going to do it again. When I first started being aware that I think it was like the year 2000, I wasn't able to vote yet because I'm a young boy. That they would use the phrase "the lesser of two evils." I remember being in my living room,
Rock
and
in
my
a hard
family,
place.
We're going to vote for the lesser of two evils. Why has that phrase gone away? Okay, now if you voted for Trump or if you support Trump, you are 100% signing off. No.
It's all out war.
That's not that. That is not the fucking
It's
truth.
not.
Just like even in this upcoming election, which is why I was telling people a couple episodes ago, like, it's okay to like Trump, it's all right.
Dude.
But I don't sign off when I think he's emotionally a child. But policy wise, I don't want more fucking socialism. Policy wise,
It doesn't work. Socialism doesn't work on that level.
Policy wise, I don't want someone in office who's going to constantly beat the drum that I'm a piece of shit because of my fucking skin,
Right. And
because of my
this
goddamn
is my-
cock.
this is
I
my-
don't want that, and so I would rather go with the fucking douchey business dude. Sorry, I would rather go with the douchey business dude.
And you are speaking a message that I believe is going to be heard in 2020. I really believe that the further that the left goes with this trope,
Right.
that you're bad because you're white. We need to pay African Americans,
Right, reparations.
who didn't. These African Americans in particular were not harmed by slavery, and the white man who's going to pay that
Right.
didn't. His ancestors fought to free the slaves. But
Right.
but we're still going to make that right.
Right.
The further we go down this path, the more likely it is that Trump gets reelected.
Right.
Because this message does not resonate
Right.
with California Republicans,
Right.
let alone the middle of the country.
Right.
I've been to Texas for work once a year, and
Yeah.
they do not look kindly
No.
at these ideas. Slight segue. I was listening to Jordan Peterson the other day. Transgender Olympic athletes.
Oh yeah. That's
So
fucking.
can I
wild,
just
foul
say?
shit.
Can I just say? You should fuck who you want to fuck. I have always
Absolutely.
been on this board.
Totally.
Guy,
Libertarianism,
girl,
motherfucker.
fleshlight, just not a pile of shit. That's my
You
only
need
rule.
to open your fucking
Okay,
world.
maybe.
I'm
But-
not saying I fuck shit.
But if you were born,
You put it in your hand and you just.
if you were
If you
born
stick
a
your dick,
girl,
would it be harder to fuck? I think it would be harder. Like it would be easier to fuck soft shit, but then it would also like be all over your hand.
I like that you've thought about.
You know what I
this.
mean? But no, but you could also, if you had hard logs, you could squeeze your dick in between like chopsticks and just like fuck it that way.
I was not. I really was not
The
ready
best
for that.
podcaster
This
in the world.
level. Of the,
Patreon.com/conservatives. Continue.
we
Transgender
I'm a
athletes.
fan that if you're a man, if you were born with a penis with certain genetic coding, and you are a woman inside, and you long to be a woman, I support you 100%.
Snip that shit off. Do it.
Cut shit. Don't cut shit.
Whatever.
Get boobs. Don't get boobs. Take
Whatever.
hormones. Cut.
Right.
Shave your Adam's apple. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do.
Right.
Get the medical care you need.
Sure.
Get the psychological evaluation that I think they give you before they cut things off. Get it all. Bang whoever you want.
Right.
But if you're going to compete in the Olympics, and by the way, I mean everything I just said. I'm 100% on board. I don't think what I'm about to say means I don't support gay or transgender rights or human rights. I don't think it's fair that you, who were born a certain musculature,
That a man should punch a woman.
that a man should punch a woman, because guess what? As they said on Rogan, or I think Peterson, one of them,
Yeah.
the person who was born physiologically a male
Sure.
kicks ass.
Yeah.
They win.
Yeah.
So what's the point? What's the point? Why are we doing this?
Right. And one of the things Milo
Flip
brought
side,
up.
why are we kicking transgender people out of the military? Do you see? Both sides are fucking crazy. Both sides are fucking crazy.
Wait. Now. Because I did do some research on this. Wow, look at this. This is loungy. My penis feels weird right now. I'm very tired, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that the title of your new album?
What, my penis feels weird?
Right now. My penis feels weird right now.
Actually, on Sunday, I'm going to take the album cover art. Oh my God.
It's
going to be really
I
creepy.
did bang a
It's gonna
sofa
be really creepy.
when I was in high school.
Then why are you
I
fucking
didn't bang
shitting on shit?
I didn't
How
bang a
dare you?
fleshlight.
That sofa did not consent.
It wasn't a sofa. It was the between a box spring and a mattress.
We've all fucked a box spring. Get a
just
hold
wanted
of yourself.
to clarify.
If you
the
haven't,
fleshlight.
you know what I did once?
Can it not be about shit, please? I'm really sorry for bringing that up. This is an otherwise good, enjoyable
This
podcast.
is the best podcast in the world. I'm so fucking amazing. But I had this. I think my brother might remember this.
Which brother?
I haven't told this story yet. I'll let him. Oh, anyway, you put a little. You take a sandwich bag. You put some lotion in it.
I'm intrigued.
See, ladies, see how hard it is? You use bananas, toothbrushes, all kinds of things all over the place to diddle yourself.
I don't see nothing wrong.
Right. Imagine how hard it is. We got to stick our dick in pies and fucking oranges. And
Hey, girls put all types of weird shit up in
we
there.
would talk. Oh, they're fucking filthy, disgusting. I mean, I know the male gaze. No, you're disgusting pieces of shit like us. Shut the fuck up. I've fucked enough of you. I've actually listened to a lot of you. I actually pay attention with my mind to what you actually fucking say and the way I fuck you and the way you mentally get it. Bitch, do not fucking tussle with me. I'm a fucking bitch.
Who are you talking to? I
don't know.
I feel like you're specifically talking to a person.
I didn't mean to spray you. If it
That's
got
all
a
right.
little on you.
That's all right. I'm over here.
Now, what I'm saying is, what was I saying? Oh,
Bag,
one of the
lotion in the
things-
bag.
Yeah, why did I
It
start
puts the
talking about
lotion in the
jerking
bag.
off? Oh, no, to go back to another point, I don't know if you finished
You
your
have to
point.
finish the lotion in the bag story, please.
Well, no, the lotion in the bag is enough. I think. I think I
Oh,
also.
I
I
thought
think
you
that
were
was. I'm
going
pretty
somewhere
sure
with
that was
that.
the same night I tried mixing vodka with chocolate, hot cocoa powder.
Vodka.
I was
Anything
trying
to-
anything.
Anything to make it go
trying.
down better.
Whatever. Anyway, Bill knows who I'm talking about. That was Will. I'm sorry, Will, but you know what are you gonna do? You know who you're born next to. Fuck you. Have you listened to the Will episodes? They're disgusting.
I think Will's
They're like
rad.
Will's.
I
I
think
like
Will's
Will
rad.
a lot. I know he's a dumb piece of shit. I hate him with all my heart, but I love him.
Wow, he's a dumb piece of shit.
He's a dumb piece of shit in a good way. I mean that with all my heart. He's my dumb boy. He's my dumb boy.
You get away with shit that was cool, that was like acceptable in 1997.
Shut up, faggot.
I think you were born in the wrong era. You were born in the wrong era. You know what's funny is people did call me gay. People did call me, and it's like I've never like.
Did you pop the cock out of your mouth and say, "Don't call me that"?
No, I guess I'm a little more in touch with my feminine side.
People thought
than
I was gay
most
for a long time.
Heterosexual males.
You know what it was for me? I think I was afraid of. I think I just subconsciously made myself more like flamboyant because I wanted to be. I didn't know who I was. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong.
Who does at that age?
I like music. I like musicals. I'm the gayest straight guy in the world. But at the same time, I'm very masculine as well. Now, the last few maybe 7-8 years when I've actually grabbed my balls and gone for it. But before then, I was much more like I wanted to seem as a no threat.
Do you know
I didn't want
that's
to be a threat,
my problem?
So I was trying to nice my way into some puss.
That's my problem because I'm
thing.
kind of a perv, and I feel like if I don't make any moves or do any sudden weirdness, that you won't know. They won't know.
Well, the good girl will still suck it. So good news for you.
I don't think I could handle her based on her
You could
her
handle
trysts.
Her. You could handle her.
Yeah, for 2 to 5 minutes. Can we like?
That's all she needs.
What are we watching
well,
after that?
Let's rephrase it. She's.
Are we Netflixing? Well,
if you haven't, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever listened to episode 18, The Good Girl, she's also been on 3 fucking times because I'm a good fucking man.
You go back.
Ungrateful. Mira, ingratita. But no, I like
that
having
was really good
multiple
pronunciation
people.
for a racist.
I'm half Puerto Rican. No, ingratita means ungrateful, little ungrateful girl.
Yeah, but it was a really good accent for being such a vehement racist and Mexican hater.
I'm just saying they don't like.
Did you see the
all
guys
I care
on
about really
on the
with
Democratic
Mexicans,
debate?
Here's what I really dislike about the Mexicans.
Donde está la biblioteca?
Right.
Those guys were terrible.
Right, and that's your fucking party.
Yeah. No.
Well,
hold on.
If it comes down to it, senor, if it comes down to it, wouldn't you probably vote for the douchey businessman?
Dude,
come on.
I can't get behind. Yeah, I can't see myself voting for Trump, but I don't think I could vote for wiping out $1.6 trillion in student loan debt, as Bernie has suggested, is a recipe to elect Donald Trump.
Right.
As is a host of other.
Or plunge us deeper into creepy socialism.
Well, and where does it end?
Right.
What about the guy who just paid off his debt last year?
Right.
Does he get a refund?
Right.
Now, we do need to look at why the costs. When I went to San Diego State University, it cost $55,000.
It's way too fucking high.
It cost $55,000 for all 5 years total, including food.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I know because my dad is an Excel guy.
This was the 60s, right?
1995 to 2000. I graduated in 2000.
Okay.
Now, it's like $40 a year or something for state school with books and food and lodging and all of that.
Right.
And so why has education gone up from $5,000 a year to 20 or 30
inflation
or
is a
40?
true thing for sure.
But nobody's income has gone up anywhere near that. So there's something going on.
The teachers
but wiping out the debt is not the answer.
Right. The teacher's income has certainly. And also because there are so many more classes now with the gender studies, right? With the racial studies, there's now more departments. We need to feed these teachers who do fucking nothing and learn fucking nothing.
You know why? Is because I was just talking to my uncle who is a kind of a big deal on the East Coast in the teaching world. He was saying he used a phrase I had never heard in referring to education as selling. They're selling to the students.
Yes.
They have to sell their programs, so that's why they offer these programs
to validate their own
have and to make money. Right. But these programs have no job prospects at all.
No.
And they have to offer them because they're trying to get the sale.
Well, and that's why it's also because corporations also need I mean, they need to show the government or their other employers or their stockholders or their shareholders who are now answering to a public that honestly really is like 5% of the country. It's a very small, minute section.
For sure.
Of angry cunts on Twitter that look,
It's
we
probably
care
less
too.
than that.
We're gonna make your employee, even if you've been here fucking 20 years, you need to go through our sensitivity training and our racial and our diversity and it's cunty magic. It's bullshit. It's absolute horseshit.
Dude, it's meanwhile, it's insane. Meanwhile, my dad, my mom, and one of my brothers are loving, wonderful people. I know them well.
Right.
They are Americans.
Right.
They pay their taxes.
Right.
They're good parents. They're good brothers, sons, and daughters, and they voted for Trump.
There you
and
go.
so I am able to have dinner with them.
Right.
I'm able to talk with all of them except my dad. My dad gets a little Fox Newsy, which is a little. I think they both have their heads up their ass.
But you can
CNN
understand.
is just propaganda. Fox News propaganda.
Right, both of them. But you can understand, at the very least, if most of the time, I think most of us don't go by, when it comes to our vote, when we're by ourselves in that fucking booth, no matter what we've told the poll, no matter what we've told our friends and our family, no matter what we've told ourselves, ultimately we're going by feeling. And of course we know that. Of course it's a popularity contest. I don't think it should be anything else, because in reality, you would expect literally 300 million plus people to all do their research. Come on, stop, right?
No, but
now,
let's not.
I'm not saying
let's
it's
not
ideal,
condemn.
but I'm saying we are all going by feeling, which is why the left is going so far a la izquierda, because they're fucking idiots, right? But at least you can understand that even though these people are you disagree with their decision, they're coming from their gut.
Totally.
Stop telling me I'm a piece of shit.
On both sides.
Born that way.
Even the guy who votes for Bernie, who wants to wipe the student debt, his heart's in the right place. He's looking at the troubled life of this kid who's never going to dig himself out of student loan debt.
Right.
He thought he was going to be an attorney. He turns out he hates law.
Right.
So now he's got this $240,000 debt. So I get that. Their heart's in the right place.
Sure.
We have to be able to talk. I've got people very close to me who have Trump derangement syndrome to the point that they can't talk to my dad, for example, or my mom, or my other brother.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right.
Why would you judge somebody over such a one thing?
Right.
Because, by the way, nobody is like Team Trump or Team Hillary. You're prismatic. You have my mom, a Catholic, is also pro-life, pro-choice. She thinks that there's plenty of cases a woman should be able to choose abortion as a devout Catholic.
Right.
So let's have the talk.
Right.
Let's not just judge and critique. Like, you can't sit down and have a dinner with somebody because of who they voted for.
Right.
You serious? Like,
But see,
I don't want to have
that's-
dinner with you if you can't talk to somebody.
Right.
Seriously.
You and I wouldn't be friends if that was the case. You know what I mean? We would only talk about poop at that point. I really think we should revisit the poop thing. But anyway, we might.
We can.
But I did want to say the other thing that Milo brought up, and I was listening today. I can't. I went like 3-4 hours listening to the book, and I was just like, by the end, I was fucking Instagram and social media, and I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna protest. Fuck this, So I don't know if I can handle that spiritually. But anyway, maybe in little doses.
Pepper it in, and listen to some other stuff.
Which is maybe that's why people are more. I'm not going to kick over your Coke.
It's empty. I love your Timberlands.
Thank you, sir. I bought them for
1997, dude.
for $119.
I'm telling
at
you.
the outlet.
You're in
a year and a half ago. They're fucking great.
You're in 1997. I'm telling you.
I really am Busta Rhymes. Woo-ha. Anyway.
Busta Rhymes, haven't heard him in a minute.
Dude, he's so fucking underrated. Busta Rhymes is the shit. Anyway, what I was going to say, what Milo said today, or 2 years ago when he was writing the book, is that the feminist idea does not match up with the transgender idea. Because what is the feminist idea? That gender is a social construct.
This is a good one.
But the trans argument is I was born a man inside a woman's body.
You can't have both.
A woman.
Jordan Peterson just said that.
You cannot have both. So, and there are feminists, they're called TERFs, who are trans, like there are feminist, hardcore, fourth fucking wave feminists who are against trans and don't want, trans exclusionary feminists. But You can't have both. And we know, from your personal experience. Did you, as your son was coming out of the womb, did you say, "You like cars, you piece of shit, trucks, you fucking, here's Transformer"? No,
these kids are so boys. I got 3 boys. They are so boys.
Out of the
Just
fucking womb.
Cars, throwing
There's
things,
been
jumping
studies,
off stuff.
People who we trust with our fucking money and our time to say, "Here, you figure out some vaccines. Here, you figure out some," not to trigger anyone. You figure out some cancer causing stuff. Here, you figure out what's going on with gender. They have not figured it out, but they have found things. Gravity exists. Boys come out of the womb most of the time, not all the time. With like being interested in more technical things, wanting to be alone, wanting guns and fighting rockets. And
why is that so bad?
And women are more interested out of the womb.
Why is
on
that
the
so
whole,
bad?
At personal things.
Why is gender roles become the boogeyman? Why is it so bad?
Because this pendulum. Because back then we were raping them, no problem. You know what I mean? You could rape your wife and have no legal consequence. But it's not 1950 anymore, douchebags. It's 2019. Things are different now. You know what I mean? I know it's only been a fucking few years for the gay marriage thing, but even then, the Christians against gay marriage, on the whole, we're not talking about actually wanting to ban homosexuality. They were mostly coming from a place, not always. They were mostly coming from a place of don't make the cake maker. If we let gay marriage happen, now you're going to make the cake maker do it. You're going to make the church do a gay marriage. You're going to make these religious people. Now, I don't agree with that argument. I think from what I found, my fucking lesbian family member is super into Jesus. You know what I mean? And voted for Trump. You know what I mean? So
what?
We're prismatic, right? So ultimately, it's not really about that stuff. I disagree with that, but that's really where it was coming from. It's coming from a place of religious freedom, and that was their intention. They were coming from a good place, like we were talking about earlier. To imbue bad intentions to the other side, to demonize them is the fucking reason why I started this fucking podcast.
It's so lazy.
And that's why you cunts can't handle this fucking podcast, because I'm the shit.
Well, you are really smart. It's really lazy to just give up on thinking and let somebody else do it for you. It's so lazy.
Right.
This person, you're denying so much of their humanity because of one little decision. Right. What does that make you? And so where does the pendulum end up? So before you used to be able to say everything was gay and fag and women should be at home in the kitchen and all this.
Now the difference? I know the question you're asking.
Where are we going to end up? Because some of the things are good and we should keep them. Gay people should be able to get married.
Sure.
Women should make money,
right?
Commensurate to a man, commensurate to their job. Okay, good. We should keep that.
Right, absolutely.
But we should not keep everybody gets a trophy, like everyone's first place.
No.
We should not keep what's some of the
other as a social construct.
Yeah. So hopefully that comes back.
It will, and it already is. And the thing is, the reason why it's doing it is because of the internet and because of dumb, stupid pieces of shit like me. I'm not saying I have nowhere near the pull of the Steven Crowder, the Joe Rogan, the Ben Shapiro. I'm better than all of them. Patreon.com/conservatish. You fucking idiots.
Hold on.
What?
Rogan's pretty good. Rogan's pretty good.
Yeah, okay. But every other episode, did you ever try DMT? Go suck a dick, motherfucker.
I haven't heard him talk about aliens.
You had
DMT.
Bob Lazar on your show. Joe, I love you, but Bob Lazar to talk about fucking UFOs.
I haven't heard him talk about DMT in
meditate.
I haven't heard him talk about DMT in a long time.
He was talking about it the other day.
I'm not up to speed then,
okay. But Bob Lazar.
They're long episodes.
Talking about UFOs. They're long episodes, and I get that. That's the other thing too. Is I'm very similar to Joe Rogan in that we're incredibly masculine and bald, but Joe Rogan sometimes I'll see. Okay, who's on the show? I'm all right. Or okay, who's this? I'll even read the description and be like, okay, maybe.
Yeah,
I'll give it
the AI guy.
Listen. No, I can't do that. I can't do the AI stuff.
Why not?
It fucking creeps me out too much.
Why? Really?
Okay.
Are you worried like it's like the computers are coming?
No,
they're
I
gonna
don't think that
they're gonna gain
computers-
consciousness.
No. I'm not a
and
Black
come and,
Mirror
like,
fucking conspiracy theorist.
It's never
Here's
gonna
what I
happen.
think is the problem with it, or here's why it feels weird to me. Maybe it's an ego thing, to be honest. Maybe it's a bit of an ego thing. It's my human going, no, don't. But also, it's a weird thing because if we ultimately, here's another thing.
We won't.
The reason why? No. Facebook and Instagram have created an algorithm which shuts people down because of words.
Log off.
Okay, but do you understand?
I can. You
okay,
can.
I know you can.
You can.
I can't.
I check it once a month.
It's my livelihood. That's the way it's been set up. Now, I know there are going to be new avenues of blah, blah,
Until
blah.
they demonetize you or whatever.
That's what I'm fucking saying. But listen, 2 years ago when Milo was writing the book, it was trending news. And there would be a trending news team at Facebook going, that's a conservative news. We'll get rid of that. Don't listen to CRT TV. Listen to BuzzFeed. And then they got in trouble for it. And so they started a fucking algorithm.
It's their product.
I understand it's their
It's a
product. And they
private
have
company.
they have that private company. But it is now a utility. Don't. I know you have
Maybe
your
it
life
is.
already set up.
Maybe it
but
is.
People need the internet.
The internet is one thing. Facebook is another. Facebook is.
Let's put it in your life then. Let's put it in
It's
your
just
life.
garbage.
Since you don't know, let's put it in your life. Google Maps. You use Google Maps. Google is a
And
company
Waze.
that is okay, but both of them are I don't know
Good
about
point.
Waze, but they're widely left.
Well,
Now,
also
here's the thing
Google
about
owns
Google.
Waze.
Oh, it does. And Facebook owned Instagram. Fuck you, you cocksuckers. I'm gonna win. You understand that? I'm gonna win. I'm too good. You can't get rid of me.
Where are you going this with?
Here's
no
what
one's
I'm saying.
gonna get rid of you.
No,
Where are
no,
you
no,
going
listen.
with
Google?
Google.
When you search something on Google, it is not. I mean, sure, sometimes it's what's trending, but often, if you started a business, I have started a business, from whatever, and you'll get cold calls from Google saying, "Hey, do you want to be at the top of the list? Subscribe to us, pay us money," and you'll get up to the top of the list. Now, sure, there's a little thing that says ad or sponsored.
Only $20 per click.
So they're not really doing that because it's actually just open, free, just whatever most people are searching for, whatever that has the best reviews. No. It is these companies, Yelp, all of these companies, Facebook, who wants to pay us to get to the top of the list. Now, I understand capitalistically that makes sense.
Google search
but if
is
you're
a utility.
going on your way, Google search is a fucking utility.
Facebook, I would argue, is not. Facebook is
the way it's been set up at this
and
point
Twitter,
with 3 billion users. They have 3 billion users.
You have to use web search. You have to use a map. I don't know that you have to use
I'm not saying
social media.
Okay, but you have to use the social media, but they're doing the exact same thing with Google. So again, what I'm saying is, even though Facebook is not as you're right, it's not as blatantly a utility as Google is. Once it becomes to the point where it should be free and open market because, hey, I just want to know what's the best fucking Thai food near me. If you're searching for the best Thai food, and now they're already curating your experience because they know what's best for you.
Well, I use Foursquare when it comes to food.
But do you understand what I'm saying?
Because whenever I find a way that gets around the bullshit you're talking about, I try to use that thing. I use Lyft instead of Uber. I use Foursquare instead of Google Maps for the food reviews and stuff.
Sure.
I just find that Foursquare has been pretty solid. Foursquare for food recommendations.
Okay.
I kind of sort it by rating, and then it generally turns out to be pretty good. I hit an incredible coffee shop up in like Poway the other day, Mostra Coffee or something. I never would have gone there if it wasn't for Foursquare.
Right.
And
but do you understand what I mean? Like utility wise, that's in your life and it's being manipulated by algorithms. It's being manipulated by left leaning people.
For sure.
So you're just as much in the thick of it, maybe not on social media, but you're just as much in the thick of it. Now, where does it actually affect you?
All the time.
I
went to
how
that
does
coffee shop.
Okay, but but I mean, like, if you were trying to get your livelihood out of it, that's when it would affect you. Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, all these companies make us money unless they disagree.
Dude, it's
that's
scary.
Not fucking okay.
It's totally scary. It's totally, and like I think my wife has made some occasional political comments like a couple of years ago too, and I'm warning her. I'm like, you might want to go tidy those old posts up because as you go out and get customers, your customers are going to be on both sides of the fence, and you don't want to offend your customers.
Right.
So,
But the customers don't dig that deep. It's the
but
companies.
what about these cops that just got like? Didn't they just fire like 72 cops?
Why?
Because of past like crazy comments on their social media. So there was a department in the United States in the last couple of weeks.
United States.
In the United States, I don't remember where.
All right.
Somewhere. It
That
was
sounded like more of a UK thing. Those fucking cunts in the United Kingdom can suck my dick.
Dude, it's
Fish
one
and
thing
chips.
to be like pro-America
Right.
and, pro law abiding. It's another thing to like post a picture or like make a joke about the kids living in cages or the like ha 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 like
Okay,
like
but
the
what-
the
at
frat
what-
boy mentality
at
in
what
Border
level?
Patrol is
Okay.
has no place. Defend the border, but don't like draw a swastika on the bomb. Like it's a bridge too far, dude. You lose
Okay.
me when you're like 19 and you're like,
But I'm
bro,
sorry,
we
but
killed a
that's-
bunch of like sand niggers. Like,
Yeah,
what?
that's wrong.
Seriously?
But that's also human.
Okay, so is management. It's
Yeah,
a failure of management.
True. I'm not saying I disagree, but I am saying it
19-year-old
happens
needs to
on
be managed.
everywhere. Everywhere. Because
did you
because
order
when
the code
when
red?
they're in the thick of it,
Did you order the code red?
the Mountain Dew, no.
No, from a few good men. Like nothing goes on that base without Jack Nicholson knowing about it. Do you remember this movie? It's
Yes,
incredible.
yes,
it's
yeah. I haven't
one
seen
of
it
the
in a long
like top
fucking time.
10
Right.
movie
Tom
scenes
Cruise
of all
can't
time.
act. I know he's a dirty Scientologist.
He's
but he
really
can't
good.
fucking act.
Did you see the Scientology video that
I
they're
don't
trying
like
to scrub?
Scientologists.
Me
Did you ever
neither.
hear my Scientology story?
Oh God.
So I was fucking.
I have a quick one. Can I give you a quick one? You give me the long one.
Okay,
because
sure.
you're
Because
more.
I can give the long one.
What? Oh well, then,
joke.
and I'll give you the quick one because that's all I offer. It was years and years ago. I called the number on TV to get the book Dianetics. This was like in the 90s. Like I want to say like 93.
Why did you do that?
Because I don't know. It said free.
you searching at
it
the
said
time?
free. I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe a little. So I read the book.
Are you sober yet?
No, it was 93. So it was a little bit. It was free, and it was like the commercial sold me. Our brains are sponges. We're programs, and I was programmed. And so I called the number, and they sent me the book. And then they called a couple weeks later to ask how it was, and they were like all up in my shit. They were like right. They were succinct. They were quick.
Right.
It was scary, and
Right.
I hung up the phone.
Right.
I cannot hang. Well, like get the fuck out of my brain. I hung up the phone.
Right,
Never
right,
picked up the book again.
Right.
Never went to any meetings or made any further
right,
calls.
right,
That was in the early 90s. That's
That was
my
a
quick
good
story.
idea to
Dude,
fucking
right?
get rid of that.
So what happened with you
So I was fucking this girl. I
in the pooper?
pretty much. No, it was. Did I tell you this story?
I'm just not. No,
No,
I'm
I was actually fucking her in the
Vaginas and
ass.
mouths are so great. Like my gay friend.
Do you
told
see
me,
what this fucking piece of
my-
shit is saying? You
my
don't fucking
gay friend
ass.
told me
I'm
that
willing
when-
to. I
when
don't poo poo.
He said when you-
poo
when
the
you-
ass fuck. Get it?
Well, he said when you bang a butt, it's not like a pussy. It's like
No, it's
like
not.
you're in and then you're just everywhere. There's no wall. There's no. It doesn't feel
Okay.
at all the same.
All right, yeah.
Like, and there's the poop factor. Like what's wrong
Even
with the
here's what's
vagina?
weird about the fucking in the butt is that
It's a
even though
power
even
thing,
if it's
isn't
not
it?
poop, no, because it's a different sensation.
By the way,
Girls like
rape
it.
rape is not about power. I'm pretty sure rape is about sex. As a perv, I want to bust a nut.
Yes,
I don't want to
but
be
it's
in
busted.
charge of
Honestly,
women.
it is a teensy bit about it because it is the busting
it?
the nut of watching someone be trying to struggle and fight and pushing them down. It's what I honestly. It's what I get from dominance.
Dude, getting from what?
Dominance. Being a dominant
putting
fuck. I'm a ruthless piece of shit.
Grabbing a girl off the jogging trail and putting her in a cage in your basement, locked up.
it's not
is
just so
about
you
power.
can get off. Yes.
The rape, I think, is about sex. I think most
But it is more
rapists-
than that.
Maybe. But I just think
I think it's a
like-
sexual gratification from the power that you feel. Also, I think it is also
with-
I need
with-
to come
with ejaculation. Let's
Right.
not forget that the number
course.
one thing is about ejaculating. If you could have all the power and no ejaculation, there would be no rape.
Right.
That's my point.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So let's not
get
call it power.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the thing that it is first is the thing you,
know
should
who's
say
a real
first.
piece of shit?
Who?
The BTK killer.
I don't know that guy. Whitey Bulger. So
No, it wasn't. No, BTK. Richard. No,
Richard Ramirez?
Russell. No, BT. Although he did some.
Ice
horrible
Truck
shit, too.
Killer from Dexter. who looks like John Mayer.
BTK, he would do this thing. Just everyone cover your ears for a second. He did this at least once. He hung a 9-year-old girl and jerked off while she suffocated to death.
That's probably about power.
Yeah.
So Dianetics.
Everybody.
Can we
Patreon.com/conservative. Oh, I didn't finish my fucking story.
Can we come back to the
Yeah, it's an hour and 4 minutes. I'm still having fun. Whatever. We'll stop soon.
a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
I was fucking this girl. I was 17. It was the girl I lost my virginity to. She was 19. What up? Name that starts with a J. Actually, so the first time we had sex,
John.
You got foiled by the classic blunders.
And then he passes out.
Andre the Giant documentary was cool, by the way. Did you see it?
Why didn't you list the wheelbarrow among our assets?
Did you see it? Did you see it the on HBO? Andre the Giant documentary.
No.
Anyway, so I was fucking this girl, and so I'll just tell you the quick fuck story. I was so happy that something was happening to my penis. I didn't care. All right. I just noticed we put on Scarface.
Jodeci?
No, we put on Scarface. Okay. And to this day, I've never seen Scarface because I was distracted by her boobs, and I was just like happy. Oh my god! And then she was like, she took me by the hand, and we went in my stepmom's bathroom, and and I fucked her in the butt.
Pause.
Now, I didn't know I was fucking her in the butt that first time. I was just happy that something's happening to my penis. And we had a cigarette. Yeah. Now,
really?
But I noticed a strange smell that I flashed back to later. Now, the second time I fucked her was also in the bathroom, but in a public bathroom. And it was in a public bathroom in near kindergarten. But
no adults.
I was fucking her. No. And I was
no
fucking
adults
her.
in those bathrooms, by the way.
17. No. Well, I was fucking her, and I was looking down, and I was like, "Oh, I'm in her butt." Wow. Okay, that explains that smell. No, I'm not saying it was bad. It wasn't a poop necessarily. It's just a distinct. Have you
Poop
You
adjacent.
ever stick your finger in a butt and then
Poop
smell it later?
adjacent.
Poop adjacent. Now, here's the thing. So she was working at the Scientology church at the time, and I needed a job. Otherwise, I was going to get kicked out of the place I was staying.
Oh my God, this is about to get real.
I went to the fucking Church of Scientology. Now it gets better.
You have a W-2 from them?
No. So I started filling out the application, and on the application was a little strange.
80 million years.
Things like, what illegal sex have you had? I'm like, I'm not going to answer that. What's the next one?
No comment.
What's your mother's maiden name? That's a little strange. What's the next one? Have you ever done illegal street drugs? I'm like, so go up, and I'm like, I started filling out the application, but there's just some stuff I don't want to answer. She was like, oh, okay, just leave that stuff blank and just fill out the rest. I was like, okay. And so I fill out, and I'm like redacting a bunch of stuff on it, right? This is fucking weird. With who? Oh, that was either. Have you done illegal street drugs? With who? Anyway, I turn in the application, with like 3 things filled out, my fucking name,
Last initial.
Maybe that's why I'm not famous yet. Is because the Scientologists are fucking with because they still have my social security number. Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember if I filled it out. Anyway, so here's my application. I didn't fill out a bunch of things. Okay, all right. Anyway, come on. And I'm like, okay. So I go back with her into a movie theater, a small movie theater, about the size of this room. And on the wall, this movie theater seating, and on the wall is a screen, and they start playing a movie. And all I remember in general is that the CIA the government was trying to screw L. Ron Hubbard. That was the gist of the movie, was that L. Ron Hubbard was this great genius and this wonder, and the government was trying to screw with L. Ron Hubbard, and I got really creeped out. Even I was already creeped out before I went in the fucking, but I got really creeped out. I'm by myself in this fucking theater, and they're showing me a movie. I just wanted a fucking job. I'm 17 years old. I don't know no goddamn better. This bitch I'm having sex with just brought me here because she was working there at the time, and so I'm like, this is fucking weird, and so I snuck out. In the middle, I did not go back the same way I went. I saw there was a side door in the darkness of the movie theater. Not an emergency exit.
The side
and
layer.
I just went out and briskly walked away and checked over my shoulder as I'm briskly walking away.
I can't believe there's still with the internet. I can't believe there's still Scientologists.
I know, right?
Like,
Isn't it strange?
Oh my God,
They have very strong thetans, I guess.
Oh, and I believe in some weird stuff, which is beyond the veil or pale of this conversation.
Like being against poop.
No, like
poop.
like reincarnation, karma.
Okay,
life selection.
Did you listen to Dave Walsh's episode?
No.
You didn't listen to he's one of those people.
Okay,
He's a
then,
I actually did a hypnotherapy session a few weeks ago. Dude, it was fucking great. It was I hate that hippie shit.
I wouldn't have considered you receptive to something like
that
because it requires.
But I was willing to.
It requires willingness. Well,
I'm incredibly spiritual. What are you trying to fucking
hold on,
say?
not that you're not spiritual. It requires tremendous trust and willingness to go and embark on a journey like that.
I did.
That's awesome.
I mean, it was just the opening of the door because I'm like,
dude.
But it was enough,
Dude, there is so much going on. We the scientists and the AI people are like, they're just convinced that they're going to crack the code and that God is just a gene. And meanwhile, to me, there's an incredible amount that we're like on the top. We're surfers on the top of the water. Meanwhile, there's a Marianas Trench.
Right.
We are so far from what's really going on here. Right. There's other planets with life on them. There's
really? You're one of those people?
I don't know that.
Right.
I just think that by sheer statistics, there has to be.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We aren't the only one.
Right.
And because I don't want to believe that the universe is just a cosmic billiard game that came nowhere and leads nowhere and has nothing.
Right.
I can't believe that we just die. Right. So since you have to choose, either there's something or there's nothing. I'm choosing something.
Right.
And my flavor of something is you pay for your past. You get paid for your good and you pay for your bad that you've done.
Now,
and this may happen in this lifetime or it may happen 10 lifetimes from now. But you cannot hide.
One of the things that I was talking to Dave about, and he puts it a lot better. I don't think we talked enough about it on the show. He's definitely going to come back on. Go check out Dave Walsh's episode. I think it was like 80 or 79 or something like that.
Dave Walsh,
badass musician and hypnotherapist, great fucking dude. He has seen some shit. He told me about it off the fucking show. He doesn't want to talk about it on the show because he's like, some people don't need that. Like, I've seen things. I don't need to drag people through it because it's disturbing.
Totally.
And I'm like,
totally.
Fucking tell me, motherfucker.
Well, it can be.
So
it can also be.
I'm going to try to bust his arm because the first episode was really cool. Go check it out, Dave Walsh. But anyway, one of the things he talked about is that whole idea of karma is that, it's not like a payment in this punishing sense of the word.
Right.
It's more, what are these lessons that you didn't learn maybe in this lifetime that we can try and do, that we can try and learn next time. There isn't a good and a bad, but maybe a wise and an unwise at best, of service or not of service, but not a good and a bad.
There's a light and a dark.
The idea way down here at the spiritual level that I'm at, not really, but, I'm using a hyperbole, faggot.
Always
I'm
with the
best.
faggot.
Patreon.com/conservative. And one of the things, this is dreaming big dreams. Do not disturb.
That's actually on my list is the cheesy marketing where we've fallen so far with our dream big dreams.
I know.
I'm leaving a hotel in Newport Beach. It said drive brilliantly.
You know what?
How about fuck yourself? I'm not going to drive brilliantly. I'm going to drive safely.
You know what disturbs me
Go
about
fuck yourself,
advertisements?
Marriott,
About advertisements is how many periods there are. You notice that? Like it would be drive, period, brilliantly, period.
And
as if to say, you're going to take a pause here. You're not using it correctly, you stupid
And it's all
cunts.
Lowercase. You fuck you with your lowercase.
Right.
So
no
you were
commas.
saying...
Anyway,
Dave
he was
Walsh,
saying it's not so much a good and a bad, but a learning thing. And at my level of understanding that, I always just assumed that it was this punishing. That instead of a punishing Catholic God, all you fucking Buddhists have decided to do a punishing karmic God. And it's like, no, it's not like that. But we don't know that. There should be more of you motherfuckers not talking about karma at this level of punishment, but karma at this level of learning, if you will. You know what I mean?
That's what it's all about.
But nobody fucking... You know what I mean? That's like people thinking that Catholicism hates gays.
It's hard.
Not really.
It's
back in the fucking Leviticus.
Where are you going to learn?
Down in the fucking first fucking book. There's a whole goddamn New Testament.
Where are you going to learn about karma in the United States or in the West? In my experience, I found it searching for something because I was raised Catholic and it didn't resonate with me, and I apparently dabbled in Scientology, but not really. I tried a bunch of different things.
Do you like the Dalai Lama? Because he got in some trubs recently.
I don't know enough about him. Okay. I don't like personalities. I really like principles. I really do. And I just think that there's been so much war, murder, slavery, rape, using of people, stealing, just slavery. I don't know if I said that one. There's been so much of that over recorded history of time. Yeah. So how do you account for that? How does the universe, with its great magnet, how does it account for that?
You know who did most of the slavery, by the way? Brown people.
Well, yeah. And who is it that was
America was only that one? America was only responsible for 5% of slavery worldwide. 5%. You know how much Brazilians was doing goddamn slavery until 1930.
According to
Muslims is still doing it. Muslims
there were a lot of slavery. Everybody was enslaved. White people, Irish people.
Poor brown people. Let's protect them from being adults. Go fuck yourself.
Well, let's not. Okay, hold on. Let's not attack somebody whose grandmother might have actually died in the Holocaust. Okay, we don't
define attack.
We don't have to poo-poo them or make fun of them. We don't have to invalidate their pain to acknowledge that we also have pain.
True, but jokes is jokes.
Or that jokes is jokes, but I think you can still be funny without making fun of Grandmama. Like Grandmama.
What if she's acting like a real faggot?
Well, no, but the thing is, she died. That's the thing.
Listen. My grandmother died, not in the Holocaust, but my grandmother died a number of months ago. If someone wants to make a joke about my grandma, it's a joke. You know what I mean? It's a joke.
No, I get it. I get it from a joking standpoint. I feel like that you can offend somebody like, hey, fag. I was just kidding.
No,
people get
definitely
beat up over that word.
Sure,
people get baseball bats.
There's bad intentions for sure. But again, principle before personality. I'm saying the intention should be if you're going to take umbrage and say, hey, what the fuck was that about, is the intention.
Okay.
There's a difference between Richard Spencer making a black joke and me making a black joke.
That's a really good point about
you know what I mean?
Intention.
It's intention.
Because
we cannot delineate. I don't know your life. So if I run into you on the street and you tell me a black joke, I'm going to be like, hey, what the fuck? Because I don't really know you. And I understand that. I don't trust this motherfucker. But if they're a fucking comedian, if they're a podcaster, if they're a fucking, once you know them a little bit, you know what I mean? I would rather give them the benefit of the doubt to at the very least, not legally stop them from saying what they're saying or punish them for what they're saying. Free speech fucking for all.
And again, we've gone way too far on the pendulum.
Right.
But I don't know that there's a non-offensive way to say fag or faggot. I mean
I've done it pretty well, I think.
I don't know. I might disagree. I mean,
there are gay people listening to the show right now who aren't offended.
Well, I'm not saying that all gay people would be offended or that it's even an offensive thing. I guess I am saying it's an offensive thing. That there's no way to say fag in a joke.
But let's look at the intention.
That's not offensive.
Well, no, I disagree. Because what was my intention for saying it now? To use hyperbole in order to make me and you and mostly me and the people listening laugh. I was pointing at the fences like Babe Ruth and going, watch what I just did. Isn't that so awful? It wasn't actually making fun of gay people. It's saying, look at how horrible the thing I just said. Isn't that funny? It came out of nowhere. And what humor is the element of surprise.
Okay, so on that note, you're killing it. And furthermore, the reason... No, seriously.
Patreon.com
because you're really smart. You have a smart sense of humor. I think if there were gay people around, you would still be yourself. You would still say the things you say. And that, to me, that's the kicker.
But I
if
would
you
not...
look
But
around
I also...
to see if there's a black person before you say your black joke, that's how you know it's wrong.
No, I don't
That's
think
how
so.
you check in with yourself.
Did you listen to the Bruce episode?
Maybe.
It was episode, I think, 10. 89-year-old man, I think he's 90 now, atheist, who was a former Episcopalian priest, we talked about him starting this certain spiritual group in Cuba and in China and bringing these certain spiritual books out there with these certain spiritual people is a fucking phenomenal episode.
Wow.
It's an hour of slow, introspective,
89
quiet, no cussing. I didn't want to cuss on the entire fucking show. I didn't say nigger. I didn't say faggot. I didn't say nothing. But that was just as much me as me right here, right now. But context does matter. Now, if I'm looking over my shoulder because I actually do hate black people and I want to say a black joke, that's one thing. But I'm also, if I'm going to be around a gay person who I don't know, I'm not going to say that word because I don't know them. Just like if I go to my fucking grandma's house, I'm not going to be like myself here. But I am just myself over there as I am here. We're prismatic.
Yeah. I want to be myself all the time. I want to be the same consistent person all the time. But I kind of clean it up at work, and then I clean it up around relatives or
right. But
I
don't
always
think that's
let myself
inauthentic.
out.
I think that's just code switching, if you will.
Code switching? Mm-hmm. Not familiar with that one.
Code switching is like where if I'm around black people, I start kind of talking a little different. If if I go to the fucking country club, I don't talk the same way. But I'm not being inauthentic, or at least on purpose. At the very least, I'm just what we're doing as humans. We're being social. We fit in with our groups wherever we're at. And if it's a group I don't fucking know, me at a wedding, me performing at a wedding, I show up fucking early. Right? And I'm dressed nice, and I'm my best behavior because I want these people to feel good. I'm not who I am on the podcast. On the podcast, these long forms, especially with you or my brother or Jake or these people, I'm my fucking self, right? But
for sure,
we have to fit into different facets of life. We need to find way. Right? We need to. You came up with it.
It's this guy in LA, a teacher.
But we need to fit ourselves, into the blocks that we're around in order to be of service. You know what I mean? And I'm being of service by saying faggot. I'm being of service.
I can't argue with it. I mean, no, because that's the problem with arguing with somebody who's smart is you end up losing.
Why are you?
Don't cut yourself. Don't sell yourself short. You're really smart, and your perspective is unique.
Thank you.
I think we should wrap it up soon, but I did want to think of one thing that is related to our underlying tone this episode of who's going to win. Well, poop.
But who's going to? Oh, the pendulum.
The pendulum swinging and the election and
right.
So I was at a Phil's Coffee, my favorite coffee shop, Phil's Coffee.
They're down here.
They are. They're also all over Southern L.A. But there's 3 down here in San Diego. But anyways, I was at one in San Francisco.
Right.
And everything it fills is either compostable or recyclable.
Sure.
And I was not fully aware that the green one was for the compost and the blue one was for the recycling because I'm from San Diego.
Right.
And we don't have that.
Right.
And I was in San Francisco for the fucking weekend.
Right.
So when I walked up to the trash cans and stuttered for a second while I looked at the cans to try to figure it out, the fucking hipster local mad dogged me because I didn't know which bin. I didn't immediately know which bin to use.
Right.
First of all, go fuck yourself.
Right.
Second of all, I'm not from here. We don't have this. It's not a law for us like in San Francisco. It's a law to compost. If you don't compost your residential trash, you get fined by the city.
Right.
I don't have that in Carlsbad.
Right.
So I'm sorry. But that type of attitude is going to end up very detrimental to the cause. You alienate if you're going to alienate me, dude, I'm on your fucking team, bro. Don't alienate me.
I hate the environment. I don't mind. No, I'm just kidding.
No, dude. And on that note, the environment is fucked.
Yeah.
The big 3 for me is
I don't
like
disagree
China,
with
India, and the ocean. What the military does to the ocean. This might have even come up last podcast. Right. Military just dumps their trash into the ocean. Because it would be cost prohibitive to carry a second boat behind them with all their trash. So they dump it in the ocean. So you go have your beach cleanup day. That's very good. Go clean up the straws, the poor fucking turtles. I get it. But I'm a practical person.
Paper straws are the devil. I would rather turtles die by the millions. I would rather a turtle suck a straw into his nose and die than have this wet, limp little.
Can we go middle ground like Starbucks? Like Starbucks with the nitro cup It's
What's
just
the
it's
nitro
like a
cup?
big mouth lid. You just
I
drink
don't want
right
a
out of
goddamn
it.
sippy cup. I'm
No,
not fucking.
it's really good. It's a really nice.
33 years
It's a really nice pour. It's better than a straw. It's
Okay.
in fact I don't even use a straw anymore now. 'Cause
and it is a little effeminate. They're like, hey, you know, who was that joke? I think it was Dana Carvey. You know, a real masculine man, you know, is looking like yeah, and then
Exactly.
so I
This
get it.
one looks more like a Mickey's Big Mouth. So you're seriously. So we're already fucked. So you go ahead and have your pretentiousness about me because I don't know green and blue.
Right.
Meanwhile, the fucking house is burning down right next door.
right, exactly.
We're 5% of the
Exactly.
trash. We're 5% of
We're
the
feminists.
We're 5% of the
how the
global-
how the Muslims won't let you wear what you fucking want, will stone you to death, but get worried because a professor. Did you hear about that professor who made a light joke in an elevator and lost his? I think he lost his job because
Jesus.
of it. He said,
What is happening?
He said, level 3 lingerie. And, you know, it's a stupid dad joke. It's a nothing joke. It's a throwaway line. And there was a feminist author there was a columnist in the elevator with him.
Oh
and
my
got
God.
him in trouble because of that.
This is. It's almost like you need to be recorded all the time. You
Me?
need like
I'm
no,
fucking
no.
amazing.
No,
Oh.
I mean like a bot. That's not what I meant. Nice try, narcissist boy.
How
I
dare
mean like
you.
we need
I'm
we
very
need like
humble.
body cams, all of us. Because that teacher should be able to show the context of what happened in that elevator and not lose his job.
Right.
It's terrible that people.
I would say before we close down, too, what's wrong with you just saying, what the fuck are you looking at?
What to who?
To the hipster. Because a hipster is not going to answer you, really.
Well, I don't usually speak that way to strangers. Although I did yell at somebody yesterday.
If he's speaking that way at you, he's being passive aggressive. If you bring it to the forefront, I mean, you don't have to say it. What the fuck are you looking at? But
I would do it.
I'm happy to kind of. I don't do it that way either. But I'm happy to go. Is there something wrong?
I would do that. I wouldn't say like, "Hey,
right,
fuck
because
face."
if you're gonna be passive aggressive at me, I'd rather just like, okay, let's be aggressive. Show me what the fuck your intention is now, rather than trying to fuck me on the back end.
He did show me what his intention was.
But even then, he's being a cunt. And
Yeah.
and if you be
He's
a cunt
still a
on the
cunt.
back end, that's California shit. That's San Francisco shit. A New Yorker, number one, wouldn't worry about what fucking band. And even if they were, they would say, hey, don't throw that on the fucking ground. They would tell you. I'm moving to New York in September, you cocksuckers.
I can't wait to come visit you in,
Oh my
in New
god,
York.
dude! I'm gonna have Dante Nero on the show. I'm gonna fucking shoot.
Do you know where you're living?
Ingratitas. I know I'm gonna be in Long Island for the first month and a half, 2 months.
I believe they
and then
say
I'm gonna be in
on
Manhattan.
Long Island. FYI.
I'm originally from there, you know.
Are you?
I was born in Huntington.
Wow, that's exciting.
Well, but I moved out to the Bay when I was 9. I've been mostly in the Bay
Not
since.
the Long Island part's not exciting to me. It's exciting that you're in the area.
No offense.
So you're gonna be on Long Island.
I'm going to be on Long
in
Island for
September.
beginning of October.
you gonna
I'm
move
start the
to the-
drive at the end of September.
Are you gonna move to the city? Is that the plan? But you can't go there yet. You have to couch surf.
No, okay. I'm gonna live with my aunt for a little while because I want to make sure I'm kind of preparing myself. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like drowning right away. I also have a friend who I can stay with in Manhattan too. So maybe
Do
I
you?
might do that. But
It's
it also is
insane.
if I'm bringing my car, it's gonna be a lot harder to be in Manhattan.
I don't think you can do that. You
I
have
can
to leave it
but I
on
have
Long
to,
Island.
No, I have to. Oh, yeah, I have to leave it on Long Island.
And take
But I have to bring
take
my car out there.
LIRR. I freaking love
Hate
that place.
The LIRR.
I know, but the
It's like a fucking hour and a
okay,
half.
can I just be judgmental about New York because
Yes.
I'm so spoiled by California
yes,
girls?
yes.
The New York girls are like hard and tough and like savage. They will
I can
clown you,
handle that
dude.
shit.
I don't know
handle
if you
that shit.
can.
I can. Though.
They
I have
will-
a giant dick.
I-
I can handle
maybe,
it. I can
maybe.
handle it. But this is what I'm saying. I want to be around people who are upfront. I want to be around people who are like, oh yeah, what you got? Because
That's
I'd
what
rather,
you're gonna get.
Because I'm like, because even going towards a woman these days in California sometimes is like, you're asking me out. I've never. Ooh.
Wait, this isn't an app. I don't know how to deal with this social interaction. Like I
Yes.
need an app.
Yes, but where are all the good men? But men is a social construct. Go fuck yourself, you fucking idiots. You fucking idiot feminist cunts. You fucking.
It doesn't add up. It's like what's the word? It's like a
palindrome.
it's mutually exclusive. I
so
don't-
tired.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
But
It's
I
a made-up
exist.
idea.
This
You
is,
do exist.
This is awesome. I'm going to get 4.5 hours of sleep.
I know.
And
me
go
too.
to work.
I've been awake since very early.
and then
driving all goddamn
I'm going
day.
to drive all goddamn day. Longer than you, though, because I'm going farther. But
Right.
thank you for this opportunity.
This has been fucking great, dude. This is one of my favorite. No offense to the last 3 people or 4 or 5 people who are on my show, but this is one of my favorite episodes in a while.
First of all, that's either bullshit or you
It's
are
not.
way into poop.
I'm a New York boy. I would never lie about those. See, I'm going out of frame right now.
Next time,
you guys listening on iTunes and Spotify, besides the fact that you need to subscribe and leave a review, you stupid dyke. I don't know why I'm saying.
You're always so hostile to us,
but I'm also
the audience.
Well, yeah, because you fucking ungrateful cunts don't know what you're missing. Okay, I'm moving to fucking New York. You cunts should have been. Oh, don't move to New York. When was the last time of your my motherfucking show? Oh, don't move to New York. You should have been at my fucking show. Dummy.
Cunts is so offensive, I feel like.
No.
So
not me.
Next time we do this podcast,
Yes,
it
sir.
shall be in New York. Okay?
Unless you come up to the Bay before.
I will be there
August
I will be there August 23rd or something.
Oh, you
I can't. It's already like booked. It's already.
Right. August 17th is my big brick and mortar show, my big album release party. You all have to come.
You're
I'm so
awesome.
tired right now.
We'll go.
I think I should be tired for every episode.
In the words of that great children's book, "Go the fuck to sleep."
I thought you were going to say everybody
Have
poops.
you seen that children's book?
I think I
My
have.
wife's brother gave it to us. Go the fuck to sleep. It's like it's got these like drawings of like
Do
peaceful
you ever-
scenes
I
and
do-
like
before-
and
I
then
know
the
we have to
tiger
close
laid
up.
his head down and went the fuck to sleep. It's
Do
really
you ever?
funny.
Do you ever like how hard? Like maybe if you don't want to talk about it, it's fine. But like, do you ever
2 to
be
5
like,
minutes,
Okay.
10 tops.
Do you ever go like get fucking? Because I haven't had kids. I know I wouldn't want to hit them.
$60 hookers in Mexico. Oh, I'm sorry.
that
I'm sorry.
even
What was the
mean?
question?
Poop.
That's how much the
But
hookers are in Mexico.
How often? How really?
Yeah, $60.
That's fucking
everything
overpriced.
you want.
It's overpriced. But my question is,
2 Live Crew.
do you ever like?
Me so horny.
Do you? Because I can imagine you being a douche.
I-
like
I won't-
laying down the law to your kids.
I won't
Do you
tell
ever
your
have
mama
to fucking? Would you shit
if you
the
don't
fuck
tell
down?
your dad.
I'm trying to get a
We're
serious
gonna, we're
answer
gonna
to
come
this.
back to the kids in a second.
Okay.
Me so horny by 2 Live Crew.
Sure.
Your dad will be disgusted when he sees that pussy busted.
That's so great.
Okay, why is dad gonna be mad when he
you know
knew
what?
I bust that ass? Why is dad
That
checking
does-
out your pussy and
That
ass?
does make sense.
I mean, yeah, it rhymes, and that was actually a really solid hit for the 2 Live Crew. But
was
what
their
the
only hit for
fuck
the
are
2
they
Live Crew.
talking about?
Well, listen.
Hold on, they had Born in the USA.
It was the '90s. What were you supposed to do? You had to say that.
They
You
were
had
they
to
were
be-
groundbreaking.
you know.
So you see me as a
They were the freaks of the industry.
You
No, I'm just kidding. There's a difference.
shock G. So you see me as a hard ass with the
No,
kids.
I'm saying when you have to get hard, like lay down the fucking law.
regular on the
What
regular.
does it look like?
On the regular. I probably have a video of it. It's
I mean, because you don't seem to be the kind to threaten. I'm gonna fucking box your
okay.
ears
So
if you do this shit.
my dad was a spanker,
Right.
paddler.
Right.
He had a piece of wood, and he would say, "Go get the paddle."
Right.
So and he would have us pull our pants down. He'd smack our bare asses, and that was the thing. And it hurt,
Right.
and it would happen repeatedly.
Right.
And I have never hit any of my kids. However, I will yell, and I will take it away, whether it's the Nintendo Switch or the we were gonna go to the trampoline park, dude, but we're not going now.
Right.
And you can't do that. That's not okay. And
Right.
I can raise my voice. I will hold when I take a thing away, it's gone. And it's hard. Being a dad is for sure the hardest thing that I've ever done. It takes everything I have, and I don't feel good enough. It is really hard. If you're gonna have a kid, have 1 or 2. 3 is the next level shit. I
Well,
feel
you
like.
didn't really choose because you had
That's true.
2 at the same time.
That's true. There was that, but
Okay, well that makes sense. Because I'm like, I want to, I want to be able, because I know I'm a good fucking daddy. What's up, girl? But I was gonna say when you were saying that the good girl's pussy was getting wet. Anyway,
Really?
Well, in a way, because it's like we were talking about earlier. It's like we were talking about earlier before the show. Is that when there's something instinctual in a woman to see, father.
Yes.
There's something.
Yes.
Structure.
I'm fine with that. I don't have to be the rich guy or the hot guy. I can be like the, oh my God, he's like such a good guy. But here's the thing. She needs another guy. She needs the 3-man plan that my ex-girlfriend Lindsay talked about. She needs the guy to like pay the bills. She needs the guy to fuck. And she needs the guy to raise the kids. So I'm only one of those guys. Maybe two.
No.
What?
Well, I'm sure you have a night. I mean, I haven't seen it. I'm not, I don't, but you know, you seem like a coxman in your day of some kind.
In
right?
my day. But I'm out of
You're
practice
slanging
now.
that tree.
I'm out of practice now. No more.
Well,
no
yeah,
more wood.
but
No more.
there's sexiness that comes. What's great about women is that they see us as sexual creatures for other things. You know what I mean? They see us as sexual creatures for the fame, the money, the structure, the good daddy, all that stuff.
And if a girl's
we
in
see
touch
them as
with
sexually,
her...
mostly as like, oh, I wanna see a butthole. You know, a little bit of confidence or like wet hair or a vibe, but mostly it's like, oh, I see you naked. Like we're simpler creatures. You know what I mean?
Well, that's how it is at first. What does that sustain? I think most of us really want a deeper human connection. Some of us just want to bang a bunch of different chicks, which if that's your thing,
I
cool.
think that's just a young man's
most,
fucking shit.
I really think most people want something deeper.
Right,
but then the question is, what if, like, so I was dating a lesbian for a little while, and she's like, I can't not bang a chick. I was like, you can bang chicks, it's fine.
Just let me bang chicks.
I don't know about that even part, but if you, I
will box your ears.
bang a chick. I can't be a chick for you. So
Right.
bang a chick, bang
right,
chicks if you want, and then bang me, and we'll have a thing, and you can also have that thing because I can only be me. I don't.
Right.
I can only be what I can't be like a 9-inch penis with a rippled black skin and muscles.
Right,
If you like black dudes, bang a black dude sometimes. If you like chicks, bang a chick sometimes.
Sure.
Like we can get into this.
I know we have to stop.
Thank you.
Do you? No, thank you. You don't have anything to plug.
I have nothing to plug. Just the jug. Sorry.
All right, you're the worst person in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a very strange but fucking wonderful episode. I really like having swivel chairs. I should really be tired and have swivel chairs.
Patreon.
I hope this isn't making
/conservatish.
Thank you. Where do people can sign up for $1 a month, $5 a month, $2 a month, whatever you'd like. You get free memes from me that are disgusting. I actually posted. You didn't see it. Yeah,
What do
you're
we
not
get
on
for
my Patreon.
$10?
Anything you want.
Everything.
I will actually, if you sign up for $10 on my Patreon, I will come and let you blow my penis. I will let you toot on it.
I'm like a dog in heat, a freak with that warning.
I got an appetite for sex, cause me so honey. All right, patreon.com/conservatish. Not only do you get disgusting memes, but you also get access to videos of covers that I do and funny and my recommendations for podcast episodes from other podcasts and other books and other songs and other comedy shows and whatever. And you get to support my wonderful artistic output, my music, my podcast, my everything. If you like this episode, if you like me and Peter from Carlsbad talking about squeezing diarrhea around our penises, you need to sign up for my fucking shit, you ungrateful piece of shit.
Come on. Caramel Frappuccino, $5.50. Peter Feliciano, $5.50.
I thought you were talking about the diarrhea.
Come
again.
on.
Be a little caramel color.
It's the same. I don't have $5 for Peter, but I do have like $5 times 4 every week for Frappuccinos.
My name is Peter Feliciano. You can find me on Instagram at Peter_Feliciano. You can, you're all coming. All of you fucking people are coming on August 17th.
And fags.
Well, mostly the fags. Everyone listening right now is a faggot.
God, you're fucking
or a
terrible.
nigger, or both. You're a nigger faggot.
Oh my God, we just jumped the shark.
So much fun. Did you notice I said ER, by the way? Anyway, I'm half Puerto Rican. I'm allowed to say it, right? No, I'm just kidding. Everyone should be allowed to say it. Anyway.
Play Me So Horny by 2 Live Crew.
I don't think... No, it's going to cut it off. It's going to cut off. Yeah, right. YouTube will stop it.
What do we get for 10? Well, we're going to listen to that right when we press
Hell
stop.
Yeah. As soon as we stop, I'm going to smoke a cigarette.
That might be enough to cut it off right there.
No, it won't. No. But YouTube is... I think I put on some... this band called Invalids, who are fucking great. You all need to goddamn look it up. They're also from New York. I'm going to do shows with them. They were on Isaac Arana's episode, and YouTube sent me a thing. You had content from someone else, so part of your. I'm like, okay, I'm not asking for fucking money. There's like I don't have that many listens yet. You know what I mean? Like it's not even gonna affect me financially. Anyway. Please share this with your friends. Subscribe wherever you're listening right now. Subscribe. Leave a fucking comment. Leave a review. Listen every Monday and Thursday. There's a new or a bad review.
I only read 3-star reviews.
Actually, there was my favorite comment in the world happened the other day. I posted the episode with Lindsay Grathwall, and someone said fake and gay.
Lindsay
What a
or
great-
the whole podcast?
No, they just said fake and gay. They didn't even give it any context. They just said fake and gay. I think because she actually Antifa hates Lindsay Grathwell. They fucking hate her.
I hate
'Cause
the haters.
she's a free speech advocate and an activist. She's a badass.
I just want to move to an
She's a
island
scrappy
where there's
broad.
like no social media, where you could just talk to people. Like you have to like meet people, talk to them. Like
New York is like that, by the way.
hopefully
They're a
it
lot
still
more
is.
motherfucking social.
From what I hear,
a lot more social.
Even New York is starting to like deteriorate.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But it's been politically social, sure, or politically left for a long time. But on the streets, there's still white blue collar workers. On the streets, there's still people from different cultures, like in a salad, not in a homogenous, mix.
Everyone be the same, think the same, talk the same.
Listen, watch the Netflix.
Next podcast is in New York. Mark my words.
I agree.
Watch this. This will be amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, Peter from Carlsbad. We'll see you August 17th at Brick and Mortar Music Hall for my album release party. I love you all very much. There will be a ticket link soon. In fact, probably by the time this episode comes out, you should find me on Instagram and Facebook and buy your fucking tickets, or I'll find you and I'll mouth rape you. Good night, boys and girls. I love you very much.
Mouth